What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm Coach Ross with Coach Ross Football. Welcome to the channel. This channel talks about offensive football, mainly dealing with the spread offense, talking about air raid, run and shoot, you name it, passing schemes, running schemes, pass pro, play concepts, whatever it is about the spread offense, we try and cover it on this channel. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, if this video you like, make sure you hit that like button. Also, share out this video to as many coaches you possibly can. In this video, I'm bringing you another mesh variation. All right. We all love mesh and all the different variations that come with mesh. So in this video, we're going to be talking about a new variation of mesh that I've stumbled upon that you might want to think about putting into your offense. I stumbled upon this mesh variation from the Pirate himself, the late, great Mike Leach. Saw this play in watching film of his Mississippi State days, and it's a very interesting, unique combination with the mesh and the jet sweep. If you're an air raid guy, then you probably are running some variation of mesh. And if you're a spread guy too, you probably have the jet sweep in your arsenal in the offense as well. Now, I'm going to show you a way in which Mike Leach combines those two to make almost a unstoppable play in a way, because there are so many things you can do off of this play. It's a great little option, great little variation, and I'm always looking for new variations and little wrinkles you can add into your offense. And once I find those, I love to bring them to you, show you, maybe you possibly can use them into your offense. So again, like I said, we're talking about mesh and we're talking about the jet sweep, two of my favorite plays in the spread offense, and what better way than to combine both of them. So if you've never used the jet sweep before, it's a form of the run style that attacks the perimeter, puts a player, usually typically in the slot, in a very, very fast motion, and he's getting either a handoff or a little bit of a pop pass at full speed, with a lot of times with a lead blocker trying to outflank the defense and get to the perimeter as fast as possible. Now, you can tag a lot of stuff off of that, and probably right now what you're seeing is you're seeing videos and clips of me coaching that same style of play, the jet sweep, with different variations of things as far as the run, as far as the pass. And you can do a lot of different things with the jet sweep. So it's a great play. So if you have not put in the jet sweep or have not thought about using it, check out the video up here. I talk about the jet sweep and how I use it as well. So it's something you might want to check out. Now, with regards to mesh is an air raid staple made famous by Hal Mummy and Mike Leach. Probably one of their most favorite plays, probably the most famous play next to four verts in the air raid offense, where you have two crossing routes in the middle of the field trying to go shoulder to shoulder to try and create rub routes. You have so many different variations, so there's no real right way or wrong way to run mesh, but a lot of times, especially the way I like to run it, I like to have the wheel out of the backfield or in a slot in a 3x1, as well as post routes on the outside. So there are so many different variations. Again, no right way or wrong way to run mesh, but you're seeing little clips of what mesh can look like. Now, what I'm going to show is we're going to break down what jet sweep combined with the mesh could look like or potentially could do, and show you some film regarding what Mike Leach uses or how he uses it in his offense, or show you the play that I found that demonstrates how lethal the combination of these two concepts can be. So here's the breakdown for you. They come out, or Mississippi State comes out in a 2x2 set like this, sort of an inverted look here, where you have both one slot in the offline, the other one on the line. LSU, who they're playing in this clip, they come out in what looks like a cover two man under defense. So right now, just based on this pre-snap look, if I'm getting too high like this and I have essentially a 5-man box, I'm thinking run game all day until they stop. And obviously you're going to spread them out and then just run it up the middle, because they're only giving you a 5-man box, which is great. QB run too, especially if they're playing man and their backs return, you can send them downfield and have the quarterback run a quarterback draw all day until they stop it. But again, like I said, they come in here, and a good play to run, if you know they're playing a man defense, is the mesh play, because of the crossing routes, because of the rub routes that it creates, because of that space that it can create by rubbing defenders off of each other, or off of your receiver, excuse me. But then on top of that, you add confusion with the jet motion, and you'll see, and I'll point out to you in the clip, that one of the corners gets very, very confused and then is late chasing the jet motion across. Now, if they're chasing the jet motion across, then you see that simply a jet sweep, because if that player is going to, if this defender is going to chase all the way across the formation, then quite honestly, hand the jet off all the time, 100% of the time, until they obviously change it up. But I'm going to show you here in a minute what they do. This is how the play breaks down. You are going to have a fast motion from this player right here. He's fast motion into a jet. Essentially, he's just being used as a decoy, but he can be out here in the flats too as well. You are going to have a wheel route out of the backfield. You're going to have your post right here. You're going to have your mesh over, which opens up that as well. Then your mesh under. And you will see that just having that jet motion alone grabs the eyes of a lot of defenders and opens up the wheel routes exclusively. So what would the progression be on this? Again, I would be telling my quarterback this area of the field. So your eyes go to this area of the field, not necessarily a defender. I mean, you could potentially peek the corner, but this area of the field. Do any of these defenders jump that jet? And how many players or defenders does that jet grab attention of and pull out of position? Because you'll see the corner goes, I believe, with the post route. This overhang defender right here jumps the jet sweep or the jet motion, and the wheel route is wide open right here. And it's only about a 5 to 10 yard throw. And eventually the run goes for a touchdown, because the running back only has one tackle to break with that safety, and he's off to the races. So it's a very, very interesting variation to the mesh concept. Now, a lot of times you want to have the mesh concept having a route over here, putting 5 players in routes. But using the jet sweep here, you could still run this almost as an RPO, because if they don't move to this, you can hand the ball off or hand the jet sweep. If they don't really react to it much, you can hand the jet motion here as well. So there's a lot of things you can do to this, but I'm going to show you what it looks like on film. It's pretty amazing how it grabbed, how much power that jet motion has as far as grabbing the attention of defenders and opening up space for your receivers behind that. As you can see there in that 2x2 set here, you got your 2 high safeties. Corners are pressed up. It does look like a cover 2 man under, because you can see the overhangs right over top of the slot receivers, 1 middle linebacker here in the middle. So you're essentially getting a 5-man box, typically with 2 high safeties and a 5-man box. Most coaches are thinking run all day, which I would be as well, especially if they're going to give me a 5-man box like that. I'm going to use some sort of motion and run the ball until they put more men in the box. But as you can see, they will have this player coming his jet motion here. You're going to have your post, your mesh, and your wheel. And you'll see how much it opens up, because this defender right here gets a little confused, starts, and then has to go through all this trash to go and chase it down. So again, man defense, this player comes around. So you have your options. Again, just that jet motion opens up the wheel routes, but you follow your same progression, which would be the post, wheel, mesh under. And then I guess you could have the route here if you needed to, the fail safe there. But that's essentially the progression you would follow. See, Receiver goes in motion here for the jet, follows along. You can see right there that overhang defender jumps that jet. Corner is manned up with the post. Quarterback sees that. Quarterback sees the corner because you can see his eyes right there are on that corner. So he's peeking the corner. He knows that right now he's got the wheel because of the man right here posted up or on that post, wheels wide open. And it's one missed tackle and it's gone for a touchdown. Watch it one more time just because I want to talk about, yes, they are in man defense, which tells you, okay, that's going to open up the wheel out of the backfield because a lot of guys are going to be focused in on that jet motion. Is going to draw those eyes. So therefore, the wheel out of the backfield is wide open, especially since this defender here essentially is probably responsible for the running back. And he has to get through all of this to get over there. It's hard to do. However, if they don't adjust this, you simply just tag the jet sweep to it, and you have receivers and routes, and you can see if they don't adjust, then you can either hand the ball off to the jet sweep or run essentially a version of an RPO, because if this player, again, bites right here, we know that we have the wheel out here in the backfield. If he stays put, then we essentially can run the jet sweep because he'll run his defender off. He's going to run with him, and he's not going to bite down on the jet motion. So there are a couple things you can do with this that I like. So you can tag the jet motion to this, or the jet sweep to this, excuse me. But it is a very interesting variation to the mesh that you don't see too often. Of the same play. So now we're seeing it. The motion, what it does. This linebacker looks like he's coming on blitz. So right now, the eyes of this defender are on that jet motion. You can see he's not even paying attention to the running back right here. So quarterback's eyes right now see that. You can see his eyes look like they're going to this Mike linebacker right here to see what he's doing. Drops back. His eyes are on that corner. He knows right now that he has, based on, because he's looking at his first progression, that post is not there. He knows that he's got the wheel. Jet motion makes a good throw right there because you can see that corner is going with the post. No one pays attention to the wheel out of the backfield, and it's an easy completion that goes for a much larger game because of one missed tackle. As you can see, he throws this ball. His eyes are at the corner watching that post route. Throws a good ball because he knows that it's not going to be there. Snap. He looks, sees the corner is with the post route. Safety is jumping down on this mesh route right here. It looks like he drops back into almost like a cover one here. So almost it looks like a clouded cover one here, man under. And so he's almost playing like a robber. But this defender right here fights hard on the jet motion. Running back leaks out of the backfield, and it is a big play. One missed tackle away from a touchdown, as you can see. There you have it. That is a new variation of mesh that you can use in your offense, adding the jet sweep to it if you want, or adding that jet motion to affect the defense a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see another mesh variation, check out that video right there. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, comment on this video. I hope to see you again in the next video. Until then, see you guys.